Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome. We ask that everyone please make their way to a seat so that the program can begin. Once again, welcome, and please have a seat as soon as possible. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, please take your seats. Our program is about to begin. Ladies and gentlemen, please take your seats. Our program is about to begin.
Welcome, welcome, welcome. Let's go ahead and get started with our evening. Beautiful people on a beautiful night, filling up a beautiful room. Welcome and bienvenidos. I'd like to introduce myself. My name is Ray Saldana. I am the president and CEO of Communities in Schools at the national office. We are a national organization. We are in 26 states, but it all really started right here in Atlanta. I'm really excited. For those who are not familiar with Communities in Schools, which I'm sure is no one, just want to remind you that we are the organization that is working every day to ensure that all students are empowered to stay in school and on a path to a brighter future. It's quite an honor to be with you here tonight to celebrate the 50th anniversary of Communities in Schools of Atlanta. Now we're in for quite a treat tonight because we are being joined by the newly elected mayor who is with us tonight. If you didn't know who he was the person the crowds were following, the people who were following looking for selfies, that's who it was. And as somebody who spent 8 years on the San Antonio City Council, getting to watch and see somebody coming up the ranks as a council member to become mayor, it's quite an honor for me and a privilege to get to introduce, ladies and gentlemen, the Honorable Mayor Andre Dickens.
All right, good evening, everybody. Good evening. Thank you, Frank. Thank you, Ray, for that introduction. It is good to be here with each and every last one of you this evening. I am excited and just grateful to share some time with you. My apologies that I won't be able to stay the entire night, but I am appreciative that you allowed me to come here just to say a few words on behalf of this organization. And I did not want to miss the opportunity to congratulate Communities in Schools. This organization has been doing the work for 50 years, y'all. Give them a round of applause for 50 years. And of course, to do anything takes good leadership, and that is in good hands with my brother Frank right here. Give Frank a round of applause. Education is the primary driver to reducing the wealth gap in this country. And that could be through formal education or trade related, but it is necessary that our students be either college or career ready. But sadly, that isn't always the case in many places. Getting an education may be just one of the reasons a child goes to a school, but that's not even always the most important reason sometimes. If you're facing poverty, an unstable home, or some sort of trauma, the school might just be a place where you can get a meal, or a place where you can just be safe for a few hours. 50 years ago, the Communities in Schools, the founders, saw this problem and they met it head on. And so it's one thing to just talk about making a difference. It is another thing to actually do it. And that's why we stand here today in 50 years of celebration for people who actually did it and do it each day. CIS's mission to surround students with a community of support and empower them to stay in school and make lives for themselves is just as critical now as it was 50 years ago. And so CIS in Atlanta is an excellent partner. I see our school superintendent, Dr. Lisa Herring, earlier, and she understands the value of this partnership. Where is Dr. Herring? There she is. And our school board members, I know I saw Cynthia Briscoe Brown, and I'm sure there's others. There she is. They understand the value of CIS, the work that you do in schools, the wraparound services that you provide our children and their families, that actually strengthens the whole foundation of our city. So you might wonder why a mayor is involved in caring about communities and schools, and I go to schools every day. I know Dr. Herring is like, why is this dude up in my schools again? But I care about it because it is part of strengthening the foundation of our whole community. I offer my congratulations to Mr. Aronson and the Mercedes-Benz on the awards that they are receiving here tonight. I know that Communities in Schools can't do what you do without the help of dedicated corporate and philanthropic partners. And congratulations on that major donation by Mackenzie Scott, by the way. Woo! She's spending that money right now, boy. She need to come on down to the city of Atlanta. We have needs for sure, but I'm glad she is putting that good money she has to work with organizations such as this one. And I want to especially celebrate the young people here tonight. I had a chance to talk to a few of them. One young man said, "Oh my gosh," he just said to me, he said, "You look so busy. Every time I see you, you're just so busy." And I was like, what do you see that's busy? He was like, taking pictures and stuff. I was like, yeah, that's what we do all the time. I mean, I was like, that's the easy part of the job. But it's the part I always get right, though, so. So that's the least we can do. But I do want to really acknowledge these students for your willingness to open yourselves up to the support and for what you have done to overcome barriers that may have already been in your young life, and for your commitment to just staying on the path and choosing success as your future. You are deserving of every good thing that comes to you, and you are the future of our city. And so as mayor, I can promise you that I'm going to fight day and night to make sure that you have an equitable access to education and economic opportunities in our city. And I want you to be able to build rewarding lives and full lives and careers right here in your hometown. I did it. And I'm a native of Atlanta, born and raised here, went to Atlanta Public Schools. So my dream came true when I became mayor, and I want every student's dream to indeed come true. And I want you to have productive lives and be positive members of our community. And so communities and schools, I am here to work directly with you, Frank, and the whole organization, all the board members and everybody. So congratulations again tonight on your golden anniversary, 50 years, and thank you for letting me join you today, and let's continue to move Atlanta forward together. Thank you.
Thank you again to the mayor for joining us tonight, and it is. We are just hopeful because of the leadership that is coming together, and just an incredible moment to get to see what is the future of this city in partnership with communities and schools and the rest of the world that needs to come together as we remove obstacles for our young people every day in the city of Atlanta. Well, I actually want to do a little bit of direction here to point your direction to the screens, because I'd like to take you to a look at our history as a member of the organization, as a member of this family. I want to walk you through a video that shows you a history of our organization.
For 50 years, Communities in Schools of Atlanta has been surrounding students with a community of support, empowering them to stay in school and achieve in life. What started out of one small office in Atlanta, Georgia, with 3 men on a mission to positively affect the lives of students, has grown to CIS sites across 26 states and the District of Columbia.
So we moved into Atlanta, we moved into a house, 19-room house with 4 bathrooms. So we built a community there. A couple of the guys that we were living with dug out the basement. It had one little window, a dirt floor, and we had 2 desks that the Robinson Humphrey Company gave us, and we had a telephone, 1 line, 2 phones, and that was the launching of what is now called Communities in Schools.
We didn't go into schools because of education. We went in because God had called us to love kids into change, and wherever they were, we were going to follow them. And I said schools, at least during our lifetime, are going to be the hub. And if we got inside the hub, that was the place where we could get to the most kids.
But we couldn't do anything really with children if we didn't have strong people that those kids could connect with. And so we knew that Dave was better at that than any human being we have ever known, but not just to children. He looked at adults and looked them in the face and said something, and they wanted to do it.
He's got a great legacy to look back on, because we wouldn't be here without Dave. He had the streets, he had the knowledge, he had the trust.
But that's what we talked about, how to get through to schools and school people to say that we had a legitimate enterprise. We weren't teachers, but we were good at figuring out how to connect with people, and particularly with children.
We kept our eyes focused on our mission, which was to have kids not end up like a lot of my friends end up either dead or in jail, that we wanted them to have hope in the future.
And we were believing in kids. I had a principal tell me on a tour I took, this guy said, I have been in education for 31 years. I'm a principal of this school. What communities and schools taught me is to never give up on children. They made me a believer in that idea because I just knew in my heart all those years, this kid's gonna make it and this kid can't make it. CIS said they all can make it if we do our part. If we got our site coordinators into our schools and they began to connect with those kids, which they always did, it would work.
I say it takes an orchestra of love and loving people to start, sustain, and grow a movement. That everybody has a part in it, whether it's a board member or whether it's not transactional, I'm helping you to help. No, we all have a place in the orchestra. Some to raise the money, some to give, some to work with the kids. But we're one family, and that's what's kept us going and growing. And we were able to over the years, make the transition from the frontier days where Neil and Dave and others of us were just out there in the trenches, just praying and working. And we backed our theory of change, of loving our neighbor does make the difference.
Well, as I think about the energy that Frank has leading the organization at Communities and Schools of Atlanta and the context in which that work sits, and it's that vision to get to the work and to get to the students who need our work the most.
Through Communities and Schools, we have discovered, regardless of where a child lives, whatever his address is, that child, if they're supported and get what everybody deserves to get, love and caring and support and belief in them, they're going to be successful.
The mission remains the same today as it did 50 years ago, ensuring that students have the needed resources to be successful in life, with a strong foundation of love and support.
I would like for you to take one thing from that video. Not only is it that we get to stand on the shoulders of the giants who were portrayed throughout that video, but that so much has to go right for many of our young people, for them to get a chance at accessing opportunity. And I say that in a way that makes it sound like high stakes, but for many of our young people, it can feel that way, like you don't have a lot of margin for error to make mistakes. You don't have a lot of margin for error to trip up. And there are so many obstacles along the way. There was so much that had to go right for this organization that started with 100 students in Atlanta to blossom to what it is that we are today, serving 26 states, 3,000 schools, 1.6 million students all across the country, started right here in Atlanta. There is so much that has to go right with partners, whether it is like the partners that are in this room with our superintendent from APS, our board members, members of the business community, members of the nonprofit community, those mentors, those volunteers, those donors, all coming together. And I'm so grateful I got to introduce the mayor. Before I was the president of this organization, I was a city councilman in San Antonio. Before I was a city councilman, I was a first-generation college graduate. Before that, I was a CIS student myself. And I had the opportunity to go through CIS in San Antonio because it found its way first to Houston, then to Austin, then to San Antonio, then to the south side of San Antonio, and to the third wing of my high school as a sophomore when I met Mrs. Reyes, my site coordinator. And if you know CIS, that is the magic of what has to come together all to make this beautiful, intricate weaving that we have and that we call life in the world and the community around us. So it's with that spirit that I know that we have Neil Shorthouse. Neil, if you'll wave from the back corner in the room today. He was one of those giants that whose shoulders we all stand on. Another giant who sends his best is a literal giant. He's one of our national board members, Shaquille O'Neal, who has a huge place in his heart for Atlanta. He sends his best along with our board chair, Elaine Wynn, and somebody you met on the screen, Bill Milliken. And so for all of the legacy that it is, things going right, but people putting their energy and their fuel into the tank of this engine, I'd ask if you would please raise your glasses and join me in a toast to the incredible vision of our founders and to all that CIS Atlanta is doing to change the landscape of the city by helping students and families choose success. May they continue their incredible legacy for 50 more years plus to come. Cheers. Thank you for joining me in that toast. Thank you, Neil, for being here. There's another person who wanted to give their congratulations, and we are thrilled, and who is thrilled that the impact of CIS is happening right here in Atlanta, and that is the acknowledgement by Governor Brian Kemp. Please take a look at this video.
This is Governor Brian Kemp. I'm honored to address you tonight as you celebrate the 50th anniversary of Communities in Schools of Atlanta. I want to congratulate tonight's award recipients, Neil Aaronson, and most of all the students and site coordinators who are the reason you have gathered tonight. Though times have changed, the mission of CIS Atlanta remains essential: to surround students with a community of support, empowering them to stay in school and reach their potential. Today, your service in 62 schools across Metro Atlanta enriches the lives of students, enabling them to succeed and strengthen the foundation of our communities. Thank you for all you do in the lives of our students and families, and congratulations on 50 years of Communities in Schools Atlanta.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Frank Brown, CEO, Communities in Schools of Atlanta.
Is the mic on? Okay. Thank you, Mayor Dickens and Ray. What an honor to celebrate the 50th anniversary of Communities in Schools of Atlanta and to serve as the CEO at this amazing time in the organization's history. I am honored that Elaine Wynn, the National Board President for Communities in Schools, who could not make it, sent me a personal message tonight saying, knock it out the park. So we're going to do that. I want to thank Neil Aaronson, an amazing, amazing leader in the private equity world and Roark Capital. I also want to thank the Mercedes-Benz USA team. Beautiful car. I think it's another ballroom. But I want to thank y'all because y'all have been a steadfast partner of CIS of Atlanta. I am so grateful to the board of directors of CIS of Atlanta for their support, led by Eric Barnum and Chris Christie. Please give them a round of applause. I also want to thank Sarah Spiegel, who's very special to me. She joined our board probably a year ago, and she's been nothing but a breath of fresh air and a great partner. So thank you, Sarah. But I want to thank Iglesias Hollins and Chris Christie, too, because they've been tireless workers to make sure this dinner went well. Thank you, Iglesias and the Coca-Cola Company. Thank you, Chris and Wells Fargo. Your support and generosity means everything to us. The Coca-Cola Company is our valedictorian sponsor, and we value your partnership so much. Thank you. At the salutatorian levels, we have Roark, Cox, Mercedes-Benz USA, and McKinsey & Company. Thank you all so much. Give them a round of applause. And our graduate, honor roll, and advocate supporters are all on the screens. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Now let me tell you what your support is doing for the students we serve, because that is the real thank you, and it's amazing. Today, CIS of Atlanta serves 62 schools across 4 school districts. We reach nearly 41,000 students daily, and more than 2,400 of those students are on our caseload. Among the students who receive our most intensive supports, 99% of those kids stay in school. We should, thank you. 97% of those kids either graduate high school on time or earn promotion to the next grade. That should also be celebrated. These are kids who've faced many challenges, and we work with them intensively to achieve and have access to what is supposed to be all of our birthrights. Access to the American dream as a homeowner, a taxpayer, a voter, a husband, a wife. Value add to society. We do this in partnership with public schools. And APS, Superintendent Herron, please stand up. A great leader for education here in Atlanta. Thank you so much for your partnership. We do that with Clayton County School District. Deputy Superintendent Simpson, please stand up. Ralph Sampson, please, thank you. Thank you for your partnership. We do it with the great DeKalb County Public School District. Superintendent Cheryl Watson Harris, please stand up. Thank you so much. And we also partner with the Fulton County School District, which is not represented tonight, but they're dear to our hearts. Thank you, Chris Matthew and Superintendent Looney, for your support. Next year, our hope is to go into Gwinnett County. So please be on the lookout for our growth into Gwinnett County next year. Basically, we place site coordinators in every school we serve to work hand in hand with the principals and their teaching and counseling staff to identify the students who really need our help. They move mountains for the kids we serve. And tonight, we are recognizing 2 with awards for their work. Take a look at the video.
I started off in the school system as a paraprofessional, then security, then teacher. And with all those roles, I can do more with CIS help, to help different families, different kids in different situations. It's not a 9 to 5. Your phone could ring at 12 o'clock at night. So if something arises, I want to get it done. I want to be that person that comes through for their family, for the school. And what we bring is love, because so many times it's touching moments throughout the day. You never know what someone's going through. It could be something as simple as, I didn't get to eat last night, or I didn't get to eat today, I don't have money. And it draws me back to some of the things in my childhood that I wish that CIS was around for me. But now that it is, I'm more than ecstatic to be a part of it and assist families, students, the entire school, the community, and everyone around.
I'm consistent. And a lot of students don't have that outside of this building. We were failing school, and my first 3 years we put in processes for PLCs, learning, student achievement, and we've gone from an F to a C. And that was like unheard of, especially with a school with our zip code. It's really trying to change the mindset of our students, because people already think of them as one way, and we're trying to show that they're better than what you think they are. Whatever we're instilling, students come back from high school and they let us know, you know what you said, it was true. That lets us know that what we're doing is providing impact for our students. But it's a partnership. CIS has been an asset to our school. Ms. Long is doing an excellent job. And that's what our students need, because middle school is a very challenging level. So whatever we can do to impact our students in a positive way, for those 3 years that they're here, we're going to do that.
think we got to welcome these good, Mr. Madden, and Mr. Madden is coming up now? I think he's coming up. Mr. Madden, come on up and get your award, please, sir. Principal of the Year, McNair Middle School. Outstanding educator.
Let me lift it.
I was told that I was not going to have to say a speech. But this award, it means a lot to me, but as I stated in the video, that it's not me, it's a partnership, and my site coordinator and program manager in the back, Ms. Amina Long, Mr. Shea, Vincent Johnson, we all work together, and what they provide for our students is, that's what we need in the schools, because some of the resources that we have, we can't do, but they can reach out to other entities that can bring them inside our schools. So I appreciate them, and what I do is I just support them. So it's not just me winning this award, it's us. So I appreciate it. I thank you all, and have a good evening. Thank you.
Let's give Mr. Madden a round of applause again, the work he does every day. Rather than tell you how the kids blossom under their care, here are 4 students who have excelled through CIS of Atlanta programs. They are exceeding all expectations, and we are so proud to recognize them tonight. Please check the video out.
My name's Karen Garcia, and I'm a leader. Miss St. Louis, when I find out she's here, I always go for her during lunch and recess because she always has a task for me to complete, and just so we can talk about stuff that I need help with or that I'm having problems with, and she'll give me quick math lessons and help me with the little stuff that I'm having a problem with. One thing that Miss St. Louis had helped me with is my reading grade. I had a C, and if you get a C in the beta club, you're put on probation. And she made me feel like I needed to work extra hard. And I asked the teacher for extra credit and turned in all my assignments on Teams and tried my best to get that B back or A. What I want to be in life is CIS coordinator, like Miss St. Louis, because it helps kids express their emotions. CIS is helping me achieve my goals and succeed in life.
My name is Asia Cook. I am strong and I will be successful. One of the things I had to overcome would be losing my house due to a fire. I lost my clothes, I lost some of my shoes, like my dog, and then having to see my mom lose her whole entire room, her clothes, her shoes, everything that was in there, she lost. I just felt like nobody could understand what I was going through at home, so I just kind of stopped talking to everyone. So having Mr. Wilson, he helped me just feel regular again, talking about TV shows, any little thing that's not about what happened, just helped me feel better. If I didn't have CIS, I honestly feel like I would be kind of sad, because when I first came there, I didn't have no friends and I didn't have no support system like I do now. Mr. Wilson really gives me the confidence. He just pushes me to do better. I choose success because I want to be a role model for my younger siblings, but I also choose success for myself. I want to be bigger, I want to be better. CIS empowers me to stay in school and achieve in life.
My name is Jalen Dixon, and I am versatile, open-minded, and eccentric. Mr. Moore has become a good friend to me. Sometimes I'll come and Mr. Moore we'll eat lunch together, and it makes me feel safe. Like when I come in here to know that I have somebody that's covering my back and somebody that really knows me as a person. Well, it was a situation that was going on for a long amount of time where my dad was abusive. Like, that's where all my anger issues initially came from. Feeling like if my own dad didn't care about me, like, why would the rest of the world care about me? Mr. Morris helped with a lot. After high school, I plan to be a photographer and travel while I work. CIS has made a difference in my life because they've made it easier for me to know, like, that when I get out there, that I have somebody supporting me and acknowledge kids out there that struggle with certain stuff, but no matter what they struggle with, they kind of just charge towards success. Because of CIS, I will fulfill my dream.
My name is Domtavious Morgan, and I am very confident. If I didn't have Miss Holiday, it would have been hard. I couldn't do it no more. I would have gave up. From my junior year, I wasn't doing so good. I wasn't doing none of my classes or none of that. I was so behind, and it was just like I almost gave up. But she, pushed me and told me to, like, don't stop, to keep going because you almost there to the finish line. I got accepted to Georgia State University, Metropolitan State College, and Andrew College. It makes me feel very happy and excited because, like, the younger me, I was so bad. I never thought that, like, I was gonna go to college and, like, really, like, live, like, the college life. I want Miss Holiday to know that I really do love her for everything she done for me. She pushed me and, she motivated me to be successful and, like, to be a better, young man that I'm gonna be in life. CIS has empowered me to stay in school and to achieve in life.
Let's give all of our students a round of applause. All the students, come on up. Come on up and get your awards. Let's give those beautiful students another round of applause. They are the reason why we are here tonight. I want to call Mr. Gaines up. Where's Mr. Gaines, our site coordinator of the year? There, let's give him a round of applause. Let's give Mr. Gaines a round. I tell people all the time, it's not me, it's not the board, it's the site coordinators who are the most important asset of what we do every day. So thank you, Mr. Gaines, and thank all of our site coordinators all across the country. Please give them a round of applause. The vision for CIS of Atlanta and our corresponding strategic plan dictates our moves to serve thousands of more kids in the next decade. We see the trends and are expanding programming where there is a need. For example, our Latin Excellence program provides bilingual and culturally responsive wraparound supports for our Latinx community kids. Also in partnership with MAC, CIS provides wraparound supports to all foster care kids who are boarded here in the Metro Atlanta area. That's worth a round of applause. Our site coordinators provide educational attainment, life skills, career readiness, and advocate on behalf of our students in schools and in their communities. These kids deserve access to the American dream just like you and I. And we don't stop after they graduate. We saw that our kids need support post-graduation too. whether that means college, technical school, trade school, or the military. CIS of Atlanta's alumni program is a model for the entire national network. Don't take my word for it. Listen to one of our champions, our alumni award winner, UGA national champion in football, and soon to be NFL first round draft pick, Devonte Wyatt. Please check out his video.
CIS, it took me out of Decatur. College wasn't my plan until CIS came in the picture, because growing up in my area, you don't really think about going to college. You're thinking about doing what you see the older guys in the community doing, which is not good. If I didn't have no CIS, I'd probably be either in jail or dead, and that's just sad to say, but definitely that's somewhere I'd be. That's why I'm so appreciative of CIS, because being in college, you're lonely and you don't know what to expect. But having Coach Boomer or Mr. Frank, all them guys in your ear, just leading you on, just mentoring you, and having confidence in you, the confidence you don't have for yourself, because, you know what I'm saying, this your first time. I'm first generation in myself, so definitely just having them around or in my presence, you know what I'm saying, talking to them, definitely helped me a lot. Look where I'm at now. I got one more semester to graduate. I'm top pick in the draft. Just knowing that CIS love me, it's they just don't come to one game, they come to multiple games. Even game that's not even in Georgia, they came to support me. And when I seen that just showed me how much loyalty that, you know what I'm saying, they had for me, and how much support they really support me. I am Devonte Wyatt, and because of CIS, I became a champion.
Kid means the world to me. I want you to know what your dollars are doing for the students of Metro Atlanta. And these kids are only a few of the thousands that CIS of Atlanta has served over 50 years. Your support is helping them through with our emergency assistance program, a structured, formal program to support families struggling to meet their basic needs. Among the top challenges faced by students and their families are housing and food insecurity. How can they achieve the American dream without food in their bellies or a roof over their heads? 70% of the $600,000 we gave out during COVID went to housing. We gave out over 40,000 meals, and we gave out over 400 computers and technology assistance so kids can be connected during COVID. Your support isn't just helping students succeed. You are saving lives. Devonte said it. He'd be dead or in jail if it wasn't for Communities and Schools of Atlanta. And that's just not his story. It's the story of many of the students we serve. I know, I see, and I hear it every day. And our founders knew, which is why their vision is so important to celebrate tonight. And I want to celebrate Patty Flum, my predecessor, who laid the groundwork and left me a great organization. Please give Patty Flum a round of applause. Patty, we are continuing you and Neil's legacy because our students deserve every opportunity to succeed no matter what zip code or part of the city they come from. The American dream should be accessible to all of our children. And with your support, CIS of Atlanta will be there another 50 years providing that support. Our success spans decades and is changing the course of history for students like Devonte and so many more. On the eve of our 50th, I am honored to invite you to hear the story of one of our early participants at CIS of Atlanta. Please join me in welcoming Ms. LaTanya Gates.
me just say, it is truly an honor to be here. As I look on the screen, I see everything, and I'm just like, this is real. I'm 48 years old, and I was a kid just like these kids, and communities and schools changed my life as well. Thank you so much for having me. As I approach my 50th birthday, it's a complete joy to be here on the 50th anniversary of this organization. To tell you about my experience with communities and schools of Atlanta, you'll soon see why 50 years would have been very different without this organization. Mr. Brown just mentioned the American dream. And what we all want, what we all are told in our birthrights as citizens of this country. But the playing field is not level. The American dream is not accessible to many, but communities and schools gave me the tools. The lift that you see on those screens to achieve what is still elusive to so many. My story started before I was even born. My mother was a heroin addict, and she was pregnant with me and all four of my siblings. I was born addicted to heroin. While she was in jail, may I add, I had no control over her actions, obviously. And I came out the womb behind the 8 ball regarding any dream, let alone the American dream. My mother gave us all up and to a lady to care for us over on the east side of Atlanta. There were about 15 kids in our home at one time. She was a loving person who taught us to treat people. She taught us to treat people the way that you wanted to be treated and always put God first. She was my mama. She had the heart of gold, but the daughter of a sharecropper herself, she only had a 2nd grade education. With very few resources and no education, she did her very best to raise us. But as a child who was born an addict, I had all the issues that came along with that: severe trauma, ADHD, depression, and so much more. And so did all of my siblings. You see, they were all incarcerated before the age of 17. I was also kicked out of every school in DeKalb County. I was a mess. My life was a nightmare, and so was the lives of every child in that home. My story may sound extreme and rare to you. I assure you that it's not. There are thousands of kids just like me right now within 5 miles of where we are tonight. We don't act out because we want to. We do it because we don't know what else to do. At CIS, I was given the tools to help me. I had so little self-worth, and we were set up for destruction, not a dream. The outcome you see here tonight, me, I am an exception. I am here to tell you why your support with communities and schools is so important. In 1989, my mom took me to a conference, and I have to tell you guys, I did not want to go to that conference. Probably had been out of school for like 2 months. And she was like, you're gonna go to this conference. So when I got there, I seen all of these kids. I'm like, what's going on in here? Why are these kids running this conference? And it was kids that looked just like me in that room. That's when my life began to change. I walked in the door and saw this huge African-American man. I promise y'all, his hands were two sides. If anybody knows Dave Lewis, they would know how big his hands were and his feet, and he walked extremely fast. He asked me, he said, hey, LaTanya, I've heard about you, and I hear that you can also sing. And I'm like, who told this man this, first of all? I really didn't want to be bothered. And he said to me, I would love for you to try out for this group called the Exodus Players. I thought he was crazy and wanted nothing to do with him nor no group. But then I walked into the conference, and again, it was kids like me. The story from here tells itself. Dave took me under his wing. I met this short little white guy also, who would hug, kiss you in the mouth, eat off your plate. That was just him, and Neil is still that way today. That was just how Mr. Shorehouse was, and he still is like that. Communities and schools put me in a school where I had the support to succeed. They took me out of special education classes where I was labeled crazy and stupid and got me the mental health support I needed. I learned things that I have never learned before, and I had access to things that I never thought I would have. How to make eye contact, how to dress, what fork to eat with. That may sound strange, right? But I promise you, Miss Martin was, you look at me when we performed, but she was like, I'm gonna teach you, and she taught me these things. The teachers there were mostly African-American teachers, educated teachers who loved us and went over and beyond to make sure we had the things we needed. I wound up being classroom president and exceeded in school. I did join that group called the Exodus Players, and guess what? Again, I knew what fork to eat from. That was just a life-changing experience for me. On multiple occasions, we performed at the White House. Bill Clinton, Michael Jackson, Sidney Poitier, you name it, Mr. Lewis had us on the road and we were doing it. We were kids coming out the projects on Bankhead, and we were traveling the country and staying in the best hotels. I promise you, it was amazing. There were still hurdles. I got pregnant at the age of 17, and my grandmother, who held fire and brimstone beliefs, wanted to kick me out the house. Guess who invited me to openly come in and stay with them? I don't know if they remember this, but it was Neil and Patty, and I thank you. I brought my child to school with me because I had no babysitter. And when after starting to Cap Tech and getting married, I had another child who died in infancy. Communities and schools helped us bury him, and we didn't have the money to pay for that burial. My story easily could have gone differently, not given the resources to manage my trauma or to encouraged me to blossom. I would certainly have been involved with drugs, jail, having more kids without a future. Communities and schools gave me hope and an opportunity. Today, I am the proud founder and executive director of a nonprofit on the west side of Atlanta called Paw Kids. The curse of gentrification stops here. I really believe in my heart that's because of communities and schools. My son, the one I carried on my hip in high school, is a proud graduate of Morehouse College. Wave your hand, Anthony. And my daughter, years later, after I got married and had my daughter, she's a proud graduate of Mississippi Valley State. I've adopted another son who was born to an addict, and he is the end of that family's cycle of generational trauma as well. Ironically, the work I do honors the memory of my mother, the addict who had me in jail. She did a very honorable thing by giving us up. She knew she couldn't raise us. She knew she couldn't level the playing field for us. Thankfully, communities and schools did. For me, I did achieve the American dream because of communities and schools. Your support will help thousands of other kids just like me who is in need of it desperately. Thank you.
Wow. Trey, I want to tell you this is one of the best guys you will have at your event. He did our event last year. I love Trey. Please give Trey a round
God
of
bless you,
applause.
Frank. Thank you very much. Hang on 1 second. I want to get you a round of applause. Listen to this. Mark Twain said the two most important days in anybody's life, the day they're born, the day they figure out why. I'm telling you before you today, those are real tears coming down his eyes. The reason this man was born to help CIS of Atlanta. Give him a big round of applause. Come on. Well, as Frank said, I think he lost his place up here and didn't realize I was coming up, so we surprised him here just a little bit. But my name is Trey Morris. I am from Murray, Kentucky, and it is my honor, it's my privilege, in fact, it's my pleasure to be here with you today. What an incredible story. LaTanya, thank you for sharing your courageous journey. By round of applause, we're lucky to have you with us tonight. God bless you. Wow. And Devonte, Wyatt, what a story. Kept him out of jail. Or maybe even dead. I mean, what a story that we hear and all the triumphs that are coming his way. I got to ask a question real quick, and I can barely see because I got spotlights in my eyes, but I'm looking hard. How many people have been a part of this event in the past? Show me your hand. Show me. Wow. Incredible. I got to ask this. How many new people do we have? How many new? Wow. Wow. By round of applause, and with your permission, do you guys mind if we raise more money tonight than we've ever raised before for communities in schools of Atlanta? Well, I will tell you it's because of people just like you at events just like this that we're able to support those like Devonte and LaTanya and all of the communities in schools of Atlanta students, including the alumni, to come. This is my favorite part of the evening. In fact, it's a very special part of our program. This is our Fund the Mission part of the program. If you're out there and you have a bid number, I want you to find it, and I want you to get it up above your head for me real quick. Get it up. Hold it up, because we're going to take a picture. Where's our photographer at? Get up here. This is your cue. Get up here and take a picture. Everybody should have a card, and everybody should be holding it up. We're not charging it yet. Get it up and hold it up. Hold it up. Hurry, 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 hurry. We're going to take a quick picture. Yeah, this is beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. You guys are incredible. Well, that's what 100% participation looks like, and that's what we're moving towards. Here's how this works. I'm going to call out some very specific funding levels, and when I get to a level or levels at which you'd like to make a 100% charitable contribution back to communities and schools of Atlanta, just keep your card up until I call out your bid number, and we're going to make a significant difference. I'm going to give you 3 rules of engagement. On the back of your program, you're going to see some incredible impact reports and some statistics, some readings that you can go through. But at the bottom, that's the part I want you to see. There's a QR code that you can scan, and you can bypass all of the lines tonight. So whatever you give tonight, if you scan that QR code, it's going to take you to a place where you can settle up and you can skip all the lines. If you don't want to do that, right above it, there's a text to give. You can open up your phone and text 44321, and in the subject bar there, just put CS22, and that's how you can settle up. If you don't want to play with technology tonight, and we're completely okay with that, they're going to have a line in which you can check out. So there's 3 ways to check out. 2 of them are on the bottom. The other ones are in a line. I want everybody to understand tonight, your donation will 100% make a difference. Yeah, didn't I cover that? If they don't have a paddle, you can still give. Just use that QR code, or you can text message. You can do the text message thing there. So if you don't have a bid card, don't borrow your neighbors, because that's going to go back. You got pledge cards as well. Your penmanship needs some work, Shoshana. I couldn't even read the last few words. It certainly does. Hey, friends, let's have some fun tonight. Let's give joyfully. The Bible says God loves a cheerful giver. Tonight, you have an opportunity to give. I want you to leave here invested tonight. I want you to hear this. There's 3 things you can do with your money. We can spend it. We're all good at that. You can save your money, or you can invest your money. If we invest our money, we want a return on our investment, right? I cannot think of anything any better to invest in than the future of not only these students, but this city. What an incredible opportunity. In fact, I was at an event not too long ago, and Author Blank was there, and he said this, listen, 1/3 of the world's population is made up of our youth, and 100% of them are our future. You're investing in our future here tonight, ladies and gentlemen. You have an opportunity to do just that. I always share quotes all across and everywhere that I go, and some of the famous ones are Winston Churchill's, "We make a living by what we get, but we make a life by what we give." Another quote I share quite often and I'm reminded by is Danny Thomas, the founder of St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. He said, "Success has nothing to do with what you gain in life or you accomplish for yourself. It's what you do for other people." And right now, we have an opportunity to do for other people. So, ladies and gentlemen, there is a giving level for every person here. I'm going to call out those giving levels. You're going to raise your paddles when you hear one. We're going to looking for 100% participation. Once you give, I want to do something tonight. I want you to take your phone out as soon as you make a gift, and I call your bid number out. And I want you to just turn your flashlight on, and I want you to point it back up here towards me. Number one, that's going to show your investment. Show that you care. But number two, you're going to be shining a light. It's a beacon of hope for people like LaTanya and Devonte and people that need that hope for brighter tomorrow. We're all living in a troubled world. Agreed? Amen or oh me? Amen. Let's shine a light once we give tonight for a brighter tomorrow. Our first giving level, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to do it in amazing fashion. $5,000. $5,000 provides students and their families with emergency assistance such as rent and utility payments. I know we're in a small room tonight. I do believe this. You never know unless you ask. I'm from Murray, Kentucky, and I have listened to crickets my whole life. I ain't scared of them tonight. God bless you. 237 just stepped up at $5,000. God bless you. That's the way to kick this thing off. Yeah, y'all can make a little noise up in here. Whew, I may get to come back one more year, Frank. What you think? God bless you. That's incredible. You're going to hear this question all night long. Is there anybody else that would like to join our fine gentleman in the back of the room at $5,000? Anybody else? Thank you. Do you have a number, sir? God bless you. Thank you for that gift. That's two. Is there anybody else here tonight? Third row back. Thank you for that gift. $5,000. Is there anybody else real quick? Anybody else real quick that could help us at $5,000? We're in a small room. We just raised $10,000. Make some noise up in here. Come on. Now, I'm going to tell you there's a giving level for every single person here. And Frank said, how wonderful is it that nobody need wait a single moment before starting to improve the world? You have the opportunity right here, right now. $2,500 is our next giving level. Help support the placement of an AmeriCorps tutor at one school. One school. Thank you. God bless you. 225 kicks us off. Watch this. Ooh, I like the front for you, Rose. 225 kicked us off. After that, 159. After that, 113. Now, we've had about 5 or 6 gifts, and I know everybody's got their phones on them. Once you make that gift, I don't want you to run your battery down, but I want you to be hunting that phone down, and I want you to be looking for that flashlight, because here in just a moment, all collectively, we're going to do it together. You don't have to do it now, but have your phones ready to turn that flashlight on. 118. Bless you. I love that green dress. Thank you. Is there anybody else here real quick that can help us at $2,500? Anybody else real quick that can step up? I promise you, you're just going to feel better when you give tonight. You're going to go back and you're going to sleep a little bit better when you give. Anybody else real quick? We just raised a lot more money. Come on, big round of applause. Let's go. So I'm not dropping down a whole lot. We got some back-to-back levels here, so I want you to listen closely. Our next giving level is $1,500, which supports one student for an entire school year. How many students can we sponsor tonight? How many can we take care? Thank you. 118, God bless you. Woo-hoo, watch this. Watch it. I see you there in the white shirt. They're going to get you taken care of, sir. And next year, when you give like that, next year you don't only get to move closer, but you also get your own bid paddle. 192. 110. Yeah, you can give a round of applause. After that, 140 gives $1,500. After that, 279 gives $1,500. You guys are amazing. Is there anybody else real quick that can step up at $1,500? Big round of applause as we close out the 15. So I told you there's a giving level for every single person here. Trust me, there is. We're going to light this room up together. We're all going to show that we're invested. Our next giving level, ladies and gentlemen, it's $1,000. It can help support the materials and the resources needed for a one term of a school year. One term of a school year. Who can help us at $1,000? God bless you. Bidder number 200. After that, 104. After that, thank you, 173. Is there anybody else real quick that could help? I really need 2 more people. That's 3,000. I need 2 more people to step up. Now, I will also tell you, I'm from Kentucky again. That's 175. I need one more. I will put locks and chains on the doors and not let you out of here if y'all don't give me another. I need one more $1,000. That'll make it an even 5,000. Y'all think I'm playing. I've got the chain gang out there ready to do it. Devonte's outside the doors. He's going to tackle you. Is there anybody else, real quick? I need one more person to step up at the $1,000 level. Anybody? Thank you. Bless you. 118. She not only gave once, ladies and gentlemen, but she gave again. You think she don't want to make a difference? God bless you. Woo! I was up here starting to sweat. I'm like a duck in the water. I was paddling, but I was trying to look calm on top of the water. You know what I'm saying? Bless you. After that, our next giving level is $500. Supports a school's community service project. Who can help tonight? $500. Bless you. 172. Thank you for that gift. Awesome. 155. Right over here. 128 with a smile on her face. That's giving joyfully. Yes. 117. Thank you, sir. Is there anybody? $500. I can't see it. Can you got 146? Thank you. Thank you. All I'm seeing spots right now. Thank you, Christian. Is there anybody else real quick that wants to step up at the $500 giving level? You guys are incredible. Big round of applause. Come on. I got 2 giving levels left. I told you there's a giving level for every single person that's in this room. Our next giving level is $250, which provides a student with a laptop. Who could step up tonight and do that for us? $250. Bless you. 166. After that, 125 with a smile on her face. Thank you. 231. I see you back there. That's how you get a front row seat too. 231. After that, 162. After that, she didn't get a paddle. That's okay. You keep giving, we'll get you a paddle. That's the rules. Bless you. Thank you for that. Is there anybody? Oh, I see you. 130. After that, 224. 224. Oh, thank you, Ray. I appreciate it. Yeah, the main man is here. He came all the way in from San Antonio and kicked us off tonight. He's with National. Y'all give Ray a round of applause. He's an incredible individual. Thank you for having us. Thank you for coming. Is there anybody else, real quick, $250? I want you all to leave here invested tonight. We're all about to turn our phones on. It's going to be a magical moment. Is there anybody else, real quick? Big round of applause as we close out the $250. Every single dollar makes a difference, ladies and gentlemen. And maybe tonight you don't like to give publicly. Well, I know we're focusing on some specific giving levels during this portion of the evening, but we welcome you to give at any level that you feel comfortable. All you got to do is enter that amount on that text to give or that QR code, or you can go to the website. I know on the website I was poking around a little bit. Roughly $750 supports a student for half a year. $360 supports a student for a quarter of a year. So you can log on and make those gifts in private however you'd like to. But our last giving level of the day is $100. Now listen, maybe you've already given, but maybe, just maybe, you could give again. And I'm not asking you to give up much. I'm talking about all the times that you drove by Chick-fil-A and it was closed on a Sunday. Or maybe I'm asking you to give up Starbucks for 2 or 3 weeks. But sincerely, I'm begging you, make a gift tonight. $100. That's all it takes. $100. Leave here invested. You're going to have your phone on here in just a second. You think LaTanya don't believe in this. You think she don't believe in this. She just had her card up in the air, ladies and gentlemen. Watch this. 225. Thank you. He gives again. 244. Thank you. After that, 114. Listen, this is how you teach them young. Look at this beautiful young lady down here in the pink giving. 131. Bless you, with a big smile on her face. Your mama and all of them's teaching you the right way. After that, 124. After that, 105. There should be cards up all over this room. $100 is the gift. 121. After that, 231. Is there anybody? 118 gives again. 118 gives again. After that, I'm going to save you for last because I can tell you're going to let me pick on you for a minute. We got a lady right down here dressed absolutely gorgeous. She wants to give $100, but she didn't get a bid card here tonight. Thank you for that gift. Bless you. Is there anybody else real quick? Anybody else real quick that wants to give $100? Anybody? All right, I got to pick on you for just a second because I got something pretty special here. And I don't really know how this is going to work out, but we're going to find out. Show me your number one more time. 126. 126 just made our last gift at $100. Now, I want to say this. Tonight, for communities and schools of Atlanta, you are all heroes. Give yourselves a round of applause. That was pathetic. You're all heroes for CIS Atlanta. Give yourselves a round of applause. But now you, ma'am, if we were to stop the giving right now in this very moment, if we were to stop the giving in this very moment, you would actually be considered our last hero, right? Now, if and only if you are the last person to give, Devonte wanted to send something tonight. We got any University of Georgia Bulldog fans up in here tonight? We got 3 or 4. Is that it? I figured it'd be more than that. It took me a while to get to this because I'm from Kentucky. I didn't really want to bring it up, I'll be honest. They asked me to mention it, and I just couldn't hardly do it. It tastes terrible coming out of my mouth. But Devonte wanted to send a gift tonight, and we also have a very special football up here. It's from Christian Holmes, who's also an alumni. He went to McNear High School. He's an Oklahoma grad school student, and he's also going to be good. Yeah, look at him back there. Don't sit down. Don't sit down. Get up. It's looking like this young man, he's an alumni as well. It's looking like he's going to be going to the NFL as well. Is that correct, sir? Yeah. He's looking at second, maybe third round draft pick. We got Devonte that's going to be going to the NFL, and these guys are giving back. They're giving back. And I think that's so very important. So we got a football here from Christian. We got a helmet here from Devonte. And right now, you'd be considered our last hero. Now, if, and only if, you are in fact the last person to make a $100 gift tonight, well, then you get to take this home. But I don't know if you are the last person to give. You going to get in trouble if you take it home? Well, watch this. Is there anybody else that wants to make a $100 gift when that lasted for about 0.2 seconds. 172 is now the last hero. 172 is now the last hero. Now here's the rules. When I say the D in sold, S-O-L-D, that means the game's over. We're not going to play anymore. This thing could last all night long. So right now 174 is now in the lead. 174. Is there anybody else? Going once, going twice. Third and final call, and 172 is back in the lead. 172 is back in the lead. I can tell you really want this thing, oh buddy. Is there anybody else? 147 is now in the lead. 147 is now in the lead. Now, there's no friends during this portion. I want you to put blinders on as if you're a horse at the racetrack running straight for the finish line. Is there anybody else? 107 is now in the lead. 107 is now in the lead. And after that, 174 is back in the lead. 174 is back in the lead. Is there anybody else? Going once. I can't see for that. I can't. What is it? 146 is in the lead. However, that didn't last very long, and you need to move out of the spotlight if you're going to play because I can't see it. I saw another card go up over here. Get it back up. 172 is back in the lead. 172 is back in the lead. Every time you raise your card, you are making a gift. So I want everybody to say that with me. This ain't just for fun. So I want you realize that, right? I want everybody to say this with me. Every time I raise my card, I am giving. Say that with me. Every time I raise my card, I am giving. Now, I probably should have done that a few moments ago, but, sir, you were getting a little bit caught up back there. Is there anybody else? Going once, going twice. 174 is back in the lead, and you understand every time you raise your card, you are giving. Is there anybody else? Going once, going twice. Third and final call, and 146 is still in the spotlight and back in the lead. Is there anybody else? Going once, going twice. Third and final call, and 105 is in the lead. 105 is in the lead. Is there anybody else? Going once, going twice. Third and final call, and 105 is in the lead. 104 is in the lead. 104 is in the lead. I told you when I say the D in sold, not the O in sold. Is there anybody else? Going once. Going twice. 104 is in the lead. Is there anybody else? Going 105 is back in the lead. 105 is back in the lead. Is there anybody else? Going once. Are you, let me guess, you didn't get a bid number. You didn't? Well, I guess I'll change the rules. Every time I raise my hand or my bid number, I am giving. Sir, you're in the lead. You're in the lead. He's in the lead right down there. Is there anybody else? Going once. Going twice. Third and final call, and so 155 is in the lead. 155 is in the lead. Is there anybody else? Going once, going twice. Third and final call, and so 175 is in the lead. 175 is in the lead. What took so long? And now, is there anybody else? Going once, going twice. Third and final call, and so 155 is in the lead. 155 is in the lead. Whoo, it's about to come down on you. Is there anybody else? Going once, going twice. Third and final call, and sold it right back there. Sold. Oh my goodness, you guys have been absolutely incredible. Thank you so very much. If you gave tonight, I want you to get, actually, just for being here, I want everybody to get their phones out real quick. I want you to turn them on. I want you to put your flashlights on. I want you to shine them up here. Where's my cameraman at? He runs off every time I need him. Get up here. We're going to take those house lights down maybe just a little bit. I want you to show your investment tonight. If you're here, you got your phone on you, get it out, turn your flashlight on. We're going to take a quick picture. Hurry. Get them out, turn your flashlight on. I see people fighting their phones. They don't know how to, oh, this is beautiful. This is beautiful. Get them out, get them on. Get them out, get them on. Wow. Thank you for your extreme generosity tonight. You guys have sincerely made a difference. Thank you for all of your gifts tonight and just giving back and being a part of this. You guys are incredible. We're going to come back in just a minute. Do you want me to do the little celebration baggie thing now, Shoshana? We're going to wait. We're going to hold off on that. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that brings the curtain down on my portion. My name is Trey Morris from Murray, Kentucky. It's been my honor and privilege to be here with you tonight. Thank you for your gifts and generosity. We're going to bring up two very special people up to the stage to say thank you. Here's a couple students. Give them a big round of applause as they come up.
What does Roark Capital do anyway? Well, they invest in stuff. What kind of stuff? Cool stuff, like Baskin-Robbins ice cream and Cinnabons. Also, Arby's and fitness places, and they also donate to CIS Atlanta. That's where I want to work. Then you better work hard and stay in school. Well, this next guy is the founder and managing partner, and he's done so much for communities and schools. I bet he'll be able to get me connected.
Thank you so much. Okay, all right. I have the distinct pleasure and honor of introducing Mr. Neil Aaronson. I met Neil at the Harvard Business Club, and I walked up to him and I asked him, I said, you're so successful. What is a key piece of advice of when you need to know when you have to let someone go? He said, when they can't take feedback. And I fell in love with him. And since I met Neil, I met Allison, and they've been nothing but a blessing. But Neil Aaronson is one of the premier private equity fund owners in the country. He runs Roark Capital. They have over 5,000 restaurants globally, but more importantly, he's a decent, good human being. So I would like to bring Neil Aaronson up to get the Ann Cox Chamber Champions for Children's Award.
Thank you for that very kind introduction. I'd just like to start, one thing I'd love to tell Frank is I love meeting his boys tonight. Boys, could you stand up for a second? I'd just like to tell you boys that your dad is somebody that I admire and somebody I believe in and somebody I love, and I know over the years you're going to listen to him, but if I could give you one piece of advice, watch what he does and watch how he treats people. He's a really special guy. Thanks, guys. Two really nice young men. Well, I really am honored to be here tonight, and so are my sons, Matthew and Will, who are in the back, and my colleagues from Roark Capital. We love partnering with CIS of Atlanta. When I first heard about CIS, I read a quote from your co-founder, Bill Milliken, who said, "It's relationships, not programs that change children." I love that. I also believe that it's relationships, not programs, that change communities, and that everyone deserves someone to look up to, somebody to trust, and somebody to help them see life's possibilities. But many of Atlanta's kids don't have the resources to achieve their dreams and to achieve their potential. And that's what makes CIS and its amazing people so important and so impactful. We love that CIS is personal and it's hands-on. When a student misses the bus, these folks from CIS pick them up so they don't miss school. And when something's not right at home, they drive to the house and make sure to make it right and to help. We all see the impact, and we can feel the impact tonight, and you can see it and feel it in these kids' hearts and in their academic results and in their achievements. Tell you a fun story about our involvement with CIS. We got a chance to mentor Thorell High School's Be Your Own Boss competition. It was awesome. It was a lot of fun for all of us. And I'll tell you what we saw. We saw confidence. We saw creativity. And we saw business ideas that we loved. Like the fashion line that was created by Quantavious. Unbelievably creative, interesting, inspirational young man. And along the way, he taught us some things. He taught us a whole lot about how to be cool. Of course, we started from a very low base. Special thank you to CIS rock stars, Frank Brown, Dorothy, Kimberly, amazing people, complete inspirations, unbelievable role models. Also want to thank my business partner, Sarah Spiegel, who is a passionate and deeply committed CIS board member. Your dedication to these kids and these communities and this mission is awesome. You know, at Roark, we like to talk a lot about our core values. Treat everybody the way you want to be treated. Always do what you say. And always do what's right and long-term smart, even when it's hard, even when no one's looking. We know it isn't easy to choose success, especially under many of the circumstances we heard about tonight. That's why we love what CIS is doing and how they're doing it and who they're doing it for. Couldn't be prouder to support this important organization and these phenomenally incredible people that are involved in it. So congratulations to CIS of Atlanta for 50 years. You're making a giant impact, and we're all really, really proud of the work that you're doing. So thank you.
Neil Aaronson. Please give him a round of applause. I want to stop real quick because I want all the CIS of Atlanta staff members to stand up. Program managers, site coordinators, family members. I want my mama to stand up. Jennifer, my mama, April Whiteside, David McClellan, Dorothy Stiles, Kim Walker. I want to thank you all publicly. Thank you all for putting up with me. Thank you all for dealing with me, and I just love y'all so much, and I just want to say it in public. Thank you all. Thank you, April. Thank you, Jennifer. Thank you, Mommy. Where's my mom? Where's my mom? There she is, Regina Scott. That's my mother. Thank you. I love you. I would be nothing without you. Okay.
Did you see those cars out in the reception?
Amazing. I want one of those when I can drive.
That's why we choose success. CIS helps us to do well in school so we can go to college and get a job that will pay for a Mercedes-Benz.
And Mercedes-Benz love communities in school. Atlanta helps them help us.
That makes those cars even cooler.
Mercedes-Benz USA is a very important company in Atlanta, but is a very important partner of CIS of Atlanta. We want to thank Rory Hepner, who's our board rep from Mercedes-Benz USA. And I want to start with Kat Reynolds. Can we give Kat Reynolds a round of applause? She started this relationship. She's left Mercedes-Benz, but we love you, Kat. Thank you for leaving this relationship. Can we have Rory come up? Rory Hepner from Mercedes-Benz USA is our corporate partner of the year. Blue, come on, y'all.
Oh, I have to come with the blue.
Yes, ma'am. You're on the board, but you got to get the blue line.
And, oh God, help us all. First of all, I have to tell you, I'm a mother of 5 boys, and I've had a partner the whole way, and when I look at these children, children are the future of our world. They are the future, and they've had so many more obstacles. I'm fortunate, I'm blessed that I've had a husband and myself, and we've raised 5 children together, but these children don't have that opportunity. It's up to all of us. It's up to the community, and that's why I'm so proud to be standing here on behalf of MBUSA, but I'm also proud to be standing here because I'm a mother of 5 children. The fact that we all sit here and we want to make a difference. The difference for all of us is in our children. And if we all don't pay attention and provide that love and support, the future doesn't look bright. But when I sit here tonight, I was very proud that I'm part of MBUSA because MBUSA has made this part of their mission. Since we came down to Atlanta, and I've been with the company a long time. I'm only 25, just so all of you know. Please stick with that. I don't care how many children I've had. I'm 25, I look hot. That's all I want you all to know. But my point is, Mercedes-Benz of USA, I've been with the company many years, but I'm 25. The fact is, we know the future for our company, for this country, for Atlanta, is our children. And this organization, their values, how they go about trying to make a difference, it's not just in school. It's the whole environment that a child is put in. That's what makes a difference. That is so important, and all of you have made a difference. And I'm so honored that I've been selected by MBUSA to be the representative of MBUSA, and I'm so honored to sit with all of you on behalf of MBUSA, and I'm honored to take this award on behalf of MBUSA because we know in the core, our future, our company's future, our country's future. Atlanta's future is in our children. And we all have to make that commitment. It doesn't have to be a child you gave birth to, people. It has to be a child, and we all must make a difference. It is amazing when I listen to these stories. And on behalf of MBUSA, I feel honored, and I thank you for the opportunity for MBUSA to be a part of this wonderful organization. And I thank you for all your donations tonight on behalf of this wonderful organization. This is how you make a difference. This is how we change our future of this country. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Yes, ma'am, absolutely. I wanted to say something before this good man comes up. Shout out to my Leadership Atlanta class of 2019. Thank y'all. I met Eric Barnum in Leadership Atlanta when I was having some problems one day. And he grabbed me and he said, you're going to sit with me, young man. I'm going to get you through this. And he has. And I want to thank him publicly. He's now the chair of our board. And I just want to thank him publicly for his support, his leadership, and also always being there for me. So would you please come up, the chair of the CIS of Atlanta board, Eric Barnum. And Ray, come on up, Ray. I think Sarah's coming with you?
I got it.
Okay, you got it.
Thank you. Thank you, Frank. I would also like to invite to the stage with me one of our board members. She has been a breath of fresh air. She's been creative, strategic, and excited. I'm excited to welcome her. She's with Roark Capital. Sarah Spiegel, please join me on stage. Thank you. So, Sarah, we have a script we're supposed to read. I'm not typically good following instructions.
I think we got it.
Yeah, we got it. But this has been an incredible evening. Thank you all so much for joining us. And thank you all for committing and recommitting to the mission of Communities and Schools of Atlanta.
Absolutely. From the vision of the founders to the clear commitment that Frank and all of the staff and professionals at CIS Atlanta have to the students and the success of the students today and going forward, it is an honor and a privilege to be involved in and support this organization.
Tonight, I am proud to announce that we have raised over $350,000. Come on, give it up. And that beats any previous year's Choose Success dinners. So we've got a high bar to reach next year. So we've raised this money to continue this legacy, to change lives, and to ensure that every child, no matter their zip code, has access to the American dream. We are so grateful tonight for your support and ask that you stay involved as we'll be celebrating our 50th anniversary all year long. Stay tuned for the launch of our 50 for 50 anniversary campaign and other exciting initiatives throughout the year. Come see our programs in action, please. Give what you can and enable us to help more students like Karen and Asia and Jalen and Domtavious and Devonte and Latanya. Now, I'm going to ask Trey to join us because we've got one more little fun thing. But after Trey, please join us for dessert. And remember, you are the reason that our students can choose success. Please stay in touch and support our efforts. Good night. Thank you.
Yeah. Now it's time to celebrate 50 years. Everybody didn't get a bid paddle, but everybody should have one of these things. I want you to find it, and I want you to put it over your finger on your best throwing arm, okay? Whatever arm that you throw with, I want you to put it on there, and I want you to cup it and hold it just like this, and while you're cupping it and holding it, and I need my photographer up here again. I'm keeping this guy on cue. He's going to need a pay raise. Here's what we're going to do. I want you to start peeling that paper back, but I want you to hold on to that, all that's inside there in your in your palm as you're peeling all that paper back. And I want you to just fold all that paper back and keep it in your palm like this, because we're about to get one heck of a picture. How many can agree by just a hoop and a holler while you're tearing that thing out? We just broke a record up in here, ladies and gentlemen. We just raised more money than you've ever raised before. That deserves a big celebration, especially in 50 years. So we're going to do a countdown. Our photographer's going to get some pictures. If there's somebody here you don't really like, throw this thing towards the back of their head. It's still going to be attached to you. This brings the curtain down on our program tonight. You guys have been absolutely incredible. On the count of 3, let's throw these things. 1, 2, 3. Yay! Now, keep that thing attached to your hand. Roll it up. God bless you all for coming. We'll see you next year.